Alright guys, let's get started. Warm-up is on the board. We're going to be writing in our journals, completing this thought. I know an object is a prism because... And then yesterday, we had a list of things that you could use to identify a prism. What I wanted you guys to recall what we learned yesterday and put this in your journal, okay? Right there.
Kids are screaming.
You weren't here on the strike, right? If you're feeling like, oh my goodness, I can't remember, raise your hand right now. Anyone else?
I don't know.
We'll watch the video.
No.
Yes. No.
This is for Damir's sake, okay? He wasn't here yesterday, so when we get to prisms...
What was it?
This?
Okay, got it.
When we watch this video and we get to prisms, that's where Damir, you're especially going to need this. Write down anything that you see in this video that says, okay, I know this is a prism because of this reason.
Look off that perimeter and area.
Can I turn off the lights?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm at Miss Pearson's room meeting right now, but okay, I'll catch him.
Cylinders look like soda cans. They're the shape, lots of pain. They have two circular bases that are congruent and parallel faces. You see cones in construction zones, or when you're eating ice cream cones. All points of the circular base meet at the same point, like a party hat.
These are all three-dimensional shapes.
They all have a base and take up space.
These are all three-dimensional shapes.
The three dimensions are height, width, and length. Pyramids are what the ancient Egyptians made. The Mayans and the Aztecs did the same. They're made with the polygon at the base and triangular faces that meet in one place. Some prisms are rectangular, like the room. Some prisms are triangular, like the roof. Polygons with edges joined at the vertices. Makes a prism, as you can see.
Write down the name of prism or prism.
These are all three-dimensional shapes.
They all have a base and take up space.
These are all three-dimensional shapes.
The three dimensions are height, width, and length. There's one special three-dimensional shape that causes tears like the planets in outer space. On spheres, there's no base to be found, but every sphere is perfectly round.
Gets me every time. You guys ever, like when you're asleep, wake up and you just have a song stuck in your head?
Yes.
The first day that we played this video, and we played it for like 6 different classes, I woke up at like 3 in the morning singing this song.
I get in the shower and start
Stuck it. You were in the shower and you sang it?
Not that song. That's where all my songs.
I was like, man.
I make songs in the shower. That's where I make all my songs.
Because if you start singing this song in the shower, I know I've accomplished my job, that's for sure.
No, that's the last thing I'll be saying.
By the time we're done with this unit, you're going to be singing it in the shower. I promise you.
No, I won't be.
Alright. So, we have 2 minutes. Anything that you may have saw in the video or you remember from yesterday that makes a prism a prism. Okay? After this one. Okay? All right, time's up. What we're doing right now, John, is a warm-up that says, I know an object is a prism because... Okay. So what do we remember from yesterday or what we just saw that tells us that an object is in fact a prism? Quincy, I know you had one. Yeah.
Edges joining the vertices.
Edges joining at the vertices, okay? So you have bases joined by edges at vertices. Perfect. Joel, what do you got?
I said that I know an object is more parallel and congruencies.
Okay, so parallel. Parallel basis, okay? There was one that we talked about yesterday that I could see why everyone in the class would ever love. It mentioned something about some prisms are rectangular, like a room. Some prisms are triangular, like the roof. There's different types, right? So we have different types of prisms. And then what's our last one? I think I saw it, Jocelyn.
Angles and points.
Bases, angles, and points. Yep. But that's any 3D shape. Jocelyn, what did you write in your journal? I thought I saw you write it. Started with a C. Congruent. Congruent.
Congruent bases.
They have to have congruent bases.
That's why I was...
So what does the word congruent mean? Same size and same shape, right? So if I set this down right there, the base is what's on bottom, right?
It's also what's on.
But it's also what's on top. So if I look at this bottom, the top better be congruent. It's the same size and the same shape. Right? I set it on this base. Same size and shape? Alright.
It's the same face.
Okay. So, LEQ that needs to get in you guys' journals. How do you find the volume of a rectangular prism? Okay, let's write that down in our journals, please.
For what?
The LEQ.
Ow! No kidding. My back is a little sore. LEQ.
So,
How to find the
This is like your SLP stuff.
Look, do you have a pen? Because I actually used his. Never mind. I'm good. Never mind, Mr. Phone.
Okay, so what?
Alright, so our LEQ is how do we find the volume of a rectangular prism? What we have planned for today. We already took care of our
Last
warm-up.
time, what?
What's up?
When?
Oh, okay. We're going to talk about rectangular prisms and how do we actually find that volume, right? Then we're going to get into an activity that we call Rally Coach. It'll give you some time to maybe work together, cooperate a little bit, talk to each other about what we're learning. And then at the end of the period, we're going to do an individual assignment where you're going to find the volume of a rectangular prism of your choosing. Okay? So, what shape is this?
Square, rectangle.
Rectangular
prism.
prism. Okay, that's what we're talking about today. We have rectangular prism. Yeah. He has one on his desk actually that works really well, so if you give it to him, he can do it for you. Mr. Banks. Okay.
Mr.
So we have this rectangular prism,
I
right?
need to get a shirt.
We talked yesterday, I brought over this big bucket of water, and we were dipping Mr. Beckus' nasty cup in it. Remember? It was all filthy inside of it. Needed a good washing, so we dipped one. We talked about if you dip objects into water, we got real scientific with it, right? We
The
said-
level rises because the volume that it holds, it goes up.
Exactly. So you measure the volume by how much the water rises. Okay? But who here in this room, with a show of hands, can say that they walk around carrying a big old tub of water?
I do too.
See?
Yeah, he does.
We're talking about rectangular prisms. So remember yesterday, Quincy, when we brought in the big tub of water and we were dipping objects? Did you carry around a big tub of water at all times? No, we'd be silly. We'd look silly doing that, right? No?
No.
No. I think it'd be pretty cool. You could just dunk your head when you get hot sometimes.
Exactly.
You need to wake up.
And then if you want tea,
Yeah, you just put a little tea packet in there, right? So, if we can't carry on a big old tub of water all the time, how do you find the volume of an object? What did we use a lot of to find area when we were talking about two-dimensional figures? It starts with F. We made a flip book and put all of them in there.
Figures.
good.
Do you remember that we said
Well, I thought I heard the word.
I said figures.
Figures?
and
I say guys.
any number
Congruent?
Just
Formula?
say
We
guys.
use a lot of formulas, right? Right, if we're talking about area of rectangles, we did length times width. When we were talking about triangles, yeah, 1/2 base times height, all these things, right? So if we're talking about volume, we have a formula for that too. These need to find their way into your journals. Volume equals B times H. Okay.
Hat.
I had them.
What's up?
Big ol' the yellow brick road hat.
Okay.
Yeah, where was that?
Okay. Alright. So with this formula, Damir, can you tell me what the big B stands for? No. You should know. The area of the base. Okay. What does the H stand for, Gene?
Like,
Height. So if I look at this box over here, we have a rectangular prism, correct? And the base is a rectangle. So how do we find the area of a rectangle again?
Length times width.
Length times width, I hear. Okay.
L times W times H.
L times W. For the area?
no.
No. So our area of our base here,
That's parameters.
not quite. We're going to get that out. If we're talking about a rectangular prism, we're going to, in place of this B, put length times width times height. Okay? We're just bringing our height down, and the area of the base is now length times width. Okay? Right, everyone stand up.
Oh.
Everyone stand up. Thank you, buddy.
I need like a
All right, if you're standing up, I want you to do 10 jumping jacks.
Oh, come.
10 jumping jacks, let's go. 1, 2, 4, 5. If you're not going to jump, just wave your hands like John Gavin. All right?
I would, but my back.
You got to do faster than that, Damir. I want to see you flap like a bird. Flap like a bird, fly. If you don't take off, you're... Oh, I want to do that. All right, shake it all out. Just get a whole bunch of energy going through your body right now. I see like blank stares all over the place. I think we're dead. I feel like I'm talking to a room full of zombies right now. All right. Justin, want to hear a joke? Yeah, I don't have one. Thank you.
Oh, you just said look in the mirror.
That was a little rude, but
You know,
maybe she should have told me to do that. I would take that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I see a little bit of a smirk over here. Okay, that's better. That's better than the mouth wide open gap that I was getting.
All right, John.
Just sort of like Cody's
So let's
looking
do
at.
number 2. Put the 10 years late. Let's do number 2.
Yeah.
Number 2.
You gotta
Oh,
say.
you can't hold it. It's coming, dude. It comes. There it is. All right. All right. I think I have some smiles now. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Cody would. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So if I'm talking about a prism that is triangular, I have a triangular prism. Because I don't want you guys to think that any prism we have, this is going to be our formula. Okay? If we have a triangular prism, the base is different from a rectangular prism, right? So you have to take the area formula for a triangle, which is one half base times height. Okay? But for this, we're just talking about length times width times height because it's a rectangle. Okay? So, you each have a partner at your table except for Jocelyn. I'll come be your partner, okay?
Loner.
TPS up here stands for think, pair, share. I'm going to ask you guys a question. Think by yourself. When I tell you to pair up, you're going to share your answer with that partner, okay? If I have a formula and I have a shape, but these don't have any lengths, do they? There's no units of measurement on there, right?
Alright, 7.
Right.
2, 4, 5.
Come here. What's the length here? We don't know, right? So the question I'm going to ask you guys is this. How do you find the volume of that object if we have the formula but we don't have the number? Okay? Think quietly for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pair up. Tell your partner how you're going to find that volume.
You said without the height?
Yeah, we don't have any measurements over there. How can we find the measurements? All right.
Yeah, use a roller.
What do you got? Do you agree with what he said? Okay. You said what you're going to do? Oh! Those water coming out. Worn down things.
Oh, yeah. So,
What the heck?
I think have to look at it or like possibly draw squares in them, see how high, or see how they fill it with squares.
Much harder to do not there.
Well, something like you can fill it with squares.
Okay. It's an interesting strategy. I'm hearing a bunch of different strategies that we have going on here. Okay? This group said we can fill it with a bunch of squares. Cody, what did you tell us to do?
Use a roller.
Use a ruler.
Yeah.
These ancient things right here. We're going to be using these later on, right? For our individual activity. So it was important that you guys could come to that agreement. Right? We're going to be using a ruler. If you don't have the side lengths, you just measure them, okay? So I'm going to say, all right, I did my measurements, okay? If I have, don't do that.
I'm gonna try to use a ruler see how many.
I'm going to say 12.
Yeah, you're eating a yeah, really, John. Yeah, no. He's
8 feet. 8 feet. Alright, what do I do with these numbers now?
Put a comma
times
on top of them.
Your times 12 times 6 times 8.
Get in.
Plug it into the formula, right?
Yeah.
Jocelyn says times everything.
Times everything.
Damir,
Yes.
does it matter which order I put these numbers in this one? Why not?
Because they're all going to equal up to the same amount of feet.
They're all equal to the same amount of feet.
Same measure.
Run.
Oh, so no matter what order I put it, it's going to give me the
Doesn't
same
matter.
number? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Good.
Unless you
It's like
divide.
feet because it's...
What does our formula tell us to
No,
divide?
I'm just saying, if you divide,
Right. If you divide, we change the whole game. Exactly. But since we're just going to multiply,
Still.
It's called a fart.
if we just multiply, it doesn't matter what order you put them in, you'll get that same answer. Okay. So here we would put in 8 times 6 times 12.
Or 8 times 12 times.
Exactly. And we're going to get some answer, right?
Some.
Some.
Going. It depends on what you times. Do you
Depends on what you
know
times.
how many?
So what's 8 times 6?
25. 56.
Wrong.
54.
Wrong.
48.
48.
Man, that was my next guess.
I told you you were wrong.
48
Look,
times
if you don't
12.
hush.
And then you times that by 2.
By 12.
By 12.
But if you times 6 by
480.
12, and then you times that by 8.
thing.
480.
No, that's not the full thing. I'm doing it right now, bro.
48.
11.
Why don't you
1,100.
try to do something here?
That's a big. That's a big.
576.
576.
Good job.
576.
Can't
Half
see.
the class
Just
pass you by. He's holding your hand through the whole entire thing, and you're laying your head down. That irritates me.
Yeah.
I don't care.
2, 4, 5.
Quite frankly, I don't.
2, 9.
Okay, so once I get to this 576 point, am I done, Damir?
Yeah.
Is this my final answer?
Don't listen to him.
Damir, am I done?
No.
Why not? What do I need to put on there? Feet? Are we done now?
No.
What do we need to add?
The comma on top. Yeah, right there. That little line.
Oh, 3? So this measures cubic feet, right?
Yep.
Okay. All of our answers when dealing with volume are going to be in cubic units, cubic feet, cubic inches, whatever unit of measurement they give you, it's going to be cube, okay? So here's this activity. It's called Rally Coach, okay?
What?
That's a lot.
You guys are partners? This table's going to be partners. Yes. This table? And this table, okay? You can be her partner, alright? If you look at this paper, is there any words right here that you don't understand?
Side.
Side? There should be a couple words that we don't understand.
Subscribe.
Scribe.
Yeah.
Does anyone here know what a scribe is?
Yes.
What's a scribe?
I'm gonna play. It's like apprentice.
Okay.
Like
Or you're
somebody that
judge in a
watches
horse-
you.
in a horse shop.
Some.
Or they're the leader. The coaches overall. They're the leader of that look.
A scribe is going to be someone that writes. Okay.
Right.
So, you might need to stand up for this. Who's the tallest person in your group?
I don't know.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, I think Jocelyn has a fair shot there. Alright?
It's the hair, bro.
You're taller? You guys know who's taller over here?
He is. No, I'm not. Shut up, you're
Stand
gonna
up.
write. You're.
Jerry,
No, you're the taller one.
stand up, let me see. Whoever the taller person is, yeah, you're taller.
Taller person is what?
You're the scribe. Alright, put your name in the scribe box.
Joe's taller.
For number 1, you're the scribe. The shorter person, you're going to be the coach.
Thanks.
I'm the coach.
The scribe's job is
I'm
to...
short people get annoying, so they can't be as
Watch. Learn. Educate.
The scribe's job is to write. Here it comes. Here it comes. Coach's job is to coach through the problem. You're going to tell your scribe how to do the problem. Okay? So you're going to tell him how to do the problem, and you're just going to write what he says, okay? At the end, you'll get a chance to correct him if he tells you something wrong or you don't agree with what he's saying. So, Cody,
What?
tell us what the coach is doing.
You gotta coach the kid through. So I guess we're
All right, and Joel, what is our scribe doing?
Writing.
Writing what?
Writing what the coach is saying.
Writing what the coach is saying. Okay. Thank you for saying that. You can have a seat. All right. So we have this problem right here. I'm going to give you guys about 3-4 minutes. All right. Ready? Go. Coach, you tell your scribe what to do.
Listen, right now.
So,
5
down
times
to 3 numbers
right.
with
Equals 5 times 8 times 3.
in like a
3 times a mile.
Let's do that prism right there.
Volume
Right up there.
Times height.
Yeah, that's the prism that you're gonna do.
equals.
The length is 3.
Okay.
Then the width is.
Where am I?
Which is 5 times 8 times 3.
So list that down.
L times W times what?
H
This object right here. Here's the
times,
object you're trying
and
to
then
find. Right.
which equals to 5 times 8 times 3.
So up here, what's L?
And
Length and
it,
width are.
8
Okay.
width is W, I guess. No, it's 3.
Width is 3
And 5
and 5. And then you said down here to do what?
times 8 times 3 times
The length is like going
5.
that way from your.
Okay.
Sticking away from your site.
And what do we got?
So put them in like a math problem.
Did 24. 24 times 5.
Times
24 times 5.
Can I use this?
and then put
Sure.
that number times it like 5.
You might need to break it down on the step.
8 times 3 and 24 times 5 and 2, which is 120. Okay, got it.
Oh, put square feet. Just put
And then you put FT
FT.
for feet, yeah.
Okay.
And then you put a 3 because it's the 3-dimensional figure.
Say that again.
Because it's a 3-dimensional figure.
What? We have to find the body.
put one.
You know what? You're sweating. It's not.
Okie dokie.
As the volume.
Jocelyn's in beast mode.
You are sweating.
Rocking it out.
Nailed it.
All right, time's up.
I'm not.
We're gonna switch roles now.
What'd you do with
If you were the scribe, before, now you're the coach. If you were the coach before, now you're the scribe. We have a whole new shape here, okay? Alright, this one should go a little bit quicker. So I'm gonna give you 2 to 3 minutes for this one, okay?
Okay. I say that the length is 12 and the width is 5 and the height is 6. And I'm going to use the same formula. And I'm going to do the base length times width because the bottom's a rectangle. So I'm going to do 12 times 5. And that's going to be 60. Okay. So the area of the base is 60, which is 2-dimensional, times third dimension.
2 minutes left.
So 60 times 6 is 360. I'm not sure. So I've got 2-dimensional here and 1-dimension there, so that's got to be 3-dimensional, right? So there's no label though. So what should I do?
Just put a 3 there, I guess.
So up here we did feet. So I'm just gonna, they're just plain units, right? So I'd say 360 units.
Which is
So that's not, I just put the word unit and then third power or cubic units. Because if it's 12 feet, it's going to be cubic feet. If it's 12 inches, it's going to be cubic inches. So that's units, whatever cubes we're using.
I think what Ryan's trying to say is, why don't we write this?
So done.
Alright, time's up.
Hold up.
You have the number? Okay, for the third problem, I threw kind of a curveball at you guys.
Yeah, you see that.
There's an X in there, okay? In previous classes, this confused a couple people because they thought we were trying to find the measure of X. We're not trying to find X, we still just want the volume, okay? All I did was throw a variable in there, okay?
The variable counts as the ones.
It's 100.
Yeah,
500X.
is 1. That's an X count as 1. It's a variable X counts as 1.
Depends. We don't know what X is.
Wouldn't it be 1? Because there's only 1 X.
So it's 1X.
Talk to your partner about it.
Do you agree?
It's like this.
What's the trouble here?
Don't agree with it?
With the X.
What about it?
AK.
Got it.
You have to figure out how much
X is X.
Okay, so just put that.
Exactly. See, you just talked yourself into the right
no one
answer.
on the board.
There is no scribes or coaches here, you're working collaboratively, okay?
Now take.
So which ones do we know from up here?
The height and the width.
Okay, so let's put those in.
Yes.
The limit of reading
Is
Go for year. That's it.
So the length would be what?
I don't know.
Can we just say it's X? It's an unknown. We don't know what it is.
No, they're just
Yeah.
still.
Okay, let's put that in there then.
But it could be a 1 because,
Technically, it's just a 1.
yeah, because X is 1. Since it's 1X.
Okay.
How are we supposed to find
So now, if we use this
You're not
formula,
supposed to find X.
if we use the formula, we're just going to do
You're not supposed
what?
to find X.
We're still just finding the value. Alright, so you're using X as a number, basically.
So we're going to pretend that's a number, right? So if that was 2, what would I do?
I'm sorry, this one
We would multiply them all.
Okay.
So X times 10 times 50.
When you're finished, wave at me.
Let's put that down.
Hi. It's 150X.
Alright. So while we're waiting on the last group, there you go.
And what do we know? What do we know in here? What can we do?
Times these two,
Okay,
Okay.
I see one person
which
pointing.
is 150.
I like it. And then we would multiply that by what?
X. I have an eraser. I was gonna put X, but
Right over top. That's fine.
Shut up, come on, man. I'm gonna put a freaking plug up your butt.
ew, what?
Waving. Alright,
I.
so we're all done, correct?
Oh my god.
Let's come back to these actually.
He keeps on farting. It's like
Alright, so let's go ahead and go with this group. What was our answer to the first one? What did we find for the first one?
We found, what we found was 20 feet times
20 feet times 2?
well, 1. 20 feet was first.
We're doing the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
20 feet and 1 for volume. So
Ah.
square root of 1.
Come right. What are you saying?
Sorry.
All the answers
Okay. Does everyone agree with Joel and Jean's answer? John's group, you guys agree with this for the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah? You do? Down here, what about your group? Quincy, what do you think?
120 feet.
You agree?
no.
I disagree.
Oh,
We have,
120.
oh, there we go.
No,
Sorry.
I disagree.
Are we done now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, but you didn't
Disagree.
put.
Why do you disagree now?
Okay.
Because it's wrong.
8 times 5. 8 times 5 is 45, right?
If we get cold, we want to do the next one.
Oh, I
Okay.
I got one. You had to put the 3.
Oh, there we go.
Because
This should be
it's
on our
pretty
papers,
big,
okay? Let's go ahead and shoot over to this group. What did you guys find for number 2?
360 feet.
360, you said feet.
And then
This way. Do we agree? Agree or disagree? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me see it. In the middle. Down, up. Wow. 3 completely different answers.
Here we go, I got it.
Alright, why do you have a thumbs down back there?
Color for units.
'Cause she's saying it's supposed to be units, not feet. Ooh, do we agree with that statement?
Because they
Disagree?
didn't put feet on the
This is
board.
the numbers.
Disagree with her statement or this statement?
No, that same.
Okay, why do you disagree?
Because there's technically no specific.
I'm with
There's
him on
technically
that.
no feet to it.
So you're
Just
agreeing with her that it should be
There's
just
no
units?
units
And the number-
whatsoever.
Plus the numbers wrong.
Oh, whatsoever.
What's the number supposed to be, Gabby?
Pretty sure it's 121.
121.
Pretty sure.
What's
If you times 60 by 6, it's like
yeah, what's 5 times 12?
oh my god.
5 times 12?
Oh, 5 times
60.
60.
Oh yeah, that's why.
I was right. You little
Come on,
buggy.
man.
Alright. And then this group right back here.
Mr. Vac is
What's the last one?
The little bunion. 150.
150.
What did you say,
150
Gaddy?
X.
X. Alright. And again, we're just going to do units cubed here. Okay. These answers should be on your papers, okay?
We did it.
Good?
Yay, we did it!
Alright, so I pulled this up, and immediately Joel said, wow, there's a whole bookshelf over there, right?
And Quincy said himself.
If you can't find a rectangular prism in this room, there's something wrong. We have thousands and thousands of
Technically,
rectangular
they're not
prisms,
rectangle.
right? Books.
Could be square.
So, what I want for each of you to do, come over here and pick a book.
I
I don't like
books.
reading.
I never
We're not
touch
reading.
books.
Just pick a book.
Give me that yellow one right there. Please, can you give me that yellow one?
Kind of.
No.
It's the book that you can smack someone with.
One with all the stuff.
No,
You're getting a book and we'll put a ruler on it.
What?
I want them in the 40s.
Do you want to
I want a 43.
Why do you have to be so
No.
You know what? Here.
Yeah, get a girl's
There's
face.
sauce or something.
It's your fault.
Ow!
Cody and John.
Stop fighting.
I'm not sure what's going on.
You're just
Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna stop.
I'm not sure what the deal is today, if we're just not feeling it. But I'm a little disappointed with the effort and the participation. We have this activity to do, and then an exit ticket. We're done for the day.
here.
Really?
Have roller.
We're done for the day. You
Alright,
have,
rectangular prism.
you have 8 minutes left.
The book.
Okay, measure your rectangular prism.
And in what?
And
You want them in centimeters or millimeters?
what?
No.
However you choose to use your ruler. Your resources.
Why does it say hashtag swag not feeling?
Yep, ask Gene. He might have.
Here, guy, I don't want this. That is one small rectangle. Hello. What? No, it says hashtag swag.
Yeah.
It's like 15.
Ow! Well, you should write him up for that. He just hit me. Turn nothing. What are you finding in?
No.
Just to find the volume.
How much would this be?
It's 24.
5 lines.
Height. And remember to put MM for it. And then height would be
Height?
in millimeters.
Hi.
I didn't say high, I
It would
said
be
height.
3.
And I said hi.
How high?
Alright, 3.
Show me what you made. Because I know you know it.
2 lines.
And there.
2 lines.
Line. First line.
Then you're gonna measure it as long.
Do we have to measure this?
So you should think of different because now we have the same exact measurements.
No, I'm doing mine on millimeters. Yours is
3 times
centimeters.
4 would be 1.
Yes.
19. Times. Those are 72.
So listen, from here to 1 is 1 centimeter. Make sure this right here is 10 millimeters. This is millimeter.
How are you doing?
Dad, do multiply.
It's centimeter.
Mr. Can we use a calculator for
So
this?
if you did,
Can I just say
see some point at the wall. So if you measured here, you say it's 2, but really it would be 20 millimeters. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you just add a 0.
You can.
So 20, so 120.
There you go, now there's a millimeter. And you can do that.
We don't have the same answer. So, 72.
When you're done, wave it in the air so I know to come by and get it, okay? Thank you, sir.
I'm making some hibachi. That's your
Whoa.
No.
Oh, here you go, bud. I'm sorry. You're doing all your work in your journal.
Were we supposed to put this down here?
I'm sorry.
You can put that wherever you want.
Did you find the volume?
hibachi.
Now, something that would be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Correction.
Good?
You did that right there. You did centimeters.
Make sure your names get
Never
on those
mind.
papers, guys.
Over here,
Yeah.
centimeters might help, but then you've labeled your final answer, so that you're in good shape.
Squiggles. That's what you're called now.
Pardon the interruption. The PLC today will start at 3:05, exactly 3:05 today. Again, the PLC will start exactly 3:05. Please bring with you your PBIS manual, some paper, something to write with. Thank you. Again, the PLC will start today at 3:05. I need you to bring your PBIS manual. Actually, bring your computers. We can get to them online. Paper and something to write with. Thank you.
Yeah, I could.
You're a little help. You're welcome. I'm gonna pick you up whenever I'm drunk one day. Say, go to the floor.
For Quincy, Squiggles, and Jocelyn when you're done.
Squiggles.
Thanks a ticket. And Gene.
Write a letter to an absent friend explaining why you left. Your friend is it? Oh, read it.
If your friend read it. Yeah.
They would be able to come to class.
So if I'm absent and I come in and I read your journal, I know exactly what we did today. Okay?
I turn all my stuff in. So there's no stuff. Ask Mr. Travis, I turn all my mess stuff in.
Are you guys done? No, Gene. And when you're done with your journal, it can go back in the bin, back at the back table.
They work for our tutoring company, but I guess that's Mr. Braxton.
This is really hard to explain.
Thank you, sir.
No, no.
Back in the back table. Have a good day.
My bun, sir. No! Get my bun, sir.